La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Do I trust? I'm probably not. I think that you're probably fried. I think that my brain is fried.
I'm here with Angie, and we're going to talk all things mum life as toddlers today. But first of all, I'm just going to fire some questions at you.
Sure.
Who calls you mum?
My 4 children call me mum. So Lily is 7, Eleanor is 5, Vivian is 3.5, and Xavier is 1.5. I had to really think about that.
I know, I was like, you've got 4 and time goes so fast, it makes total sense, right?
Yeah.
So if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, eat or drink?
Hey, either.
If I, I'd have to say wine. If
Red or white?
White.
Yeah.
With ice, yes. Oh. But no, if I could eat anything, it would be cheese.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember that cheese thing you
The
made?
baked brie with
gosh,
honey.
Yes.
I had a toasted sandwich last night with it in there and
That
like
was
smashed
so good.
blueberries.
I've thought about that so many times.
It's so good. Though,
Yes.
I know. All right. So what flies out of your mouth that makes you think I sound just like my mum?
I think just like really wanky phrases like cut it out. Cut it out. But it's more the tone that makes me go, ooh, I hated when mum used that tone. And so that would be like the cut it out, that real sharp tone. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, makes you sound like you're 80.
Yeah, yes. Or just a mum with no capacity to shut herself up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, that's me a lot of the time.
Same.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so me.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite band or artist?
It's always for my whole life. It's consistently been, and even when I listen to them, I'm just like, oh. U2 and Madonna.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we'd be about the same. We're not much age
I'm
difference.
40 in a month.
Oh, for 7 years. But I grew up listening to Madonna like a virgin in my room.
They just both hit the spot and just stood the test of time.
Yeah. Love that. What did you want to be when you grew up?
I think because mum was a nurse, and I think I just thought, mum's a nurse, so, women, older ladies are, I'll just do what mum is. And, so I don't know whether I wanted to be that, but I just thought it would, if I had thought about it at all, I probably thought, well, mum, that's what mum does. She seems to enjoy it, and she helps people, so that seems like but I didn't think about that in high school or after I graduated. So, I didn't really have big dreams when I was little. I didn't think I just thought I was going to be a kid for the rest of my life.
Oh, that'd be nice.
What did you want to be?
A lawyer, so I could argue.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to be a lawyer, and then when
As a child, I didn't even know what a lawyer was.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah.
We wrote letters to ourselves in a time capsule when I was 12, I think.
Okay.
And in there it says lawyer. Well, I'm pretty sure it's been a while. But
cool.
Going to get
What went wrong?
Right? Wait, by the time I was 14, I wanted to be a surf photographer so I could travel the world chasing the sun.
So dreamy.
Yeah, I know. I had big aspirations. Beach bum for life. At least I'd worked out how to get paid for it.
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you do when you need an instant energy hit?
Well, I close my mouth and don't talk to anyone. I just find that if I can just come back to my here, it somehow tops up the tank with what I need. I'd say wine, and wine will give you that instant, but it doesn't give you energy. We all know it kind of makes you feel better. But, on a good day, if I scull half of my water bottle, I will literally feel the oxygen rush into my head. Yeah. And that will give me, if I'm in, that really good, healthy, doing the best I can mode, then I'll drink water, and that will be, that will give me a hit. But it's more if I'm just struggling, I just zip it, and I kind of try not to talk to anyone just for even 2 or 3 minutes, and it seems to just give me that little bit of recharge so that the next thing that comes out of my mouth is not quite so destructive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Energy.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Now, can we just go back to, I know we spoke about what you wanted to do when you grew up,
Yeah.
but let's talk about what you do now in the capacity about what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, okay. So I'm a registered psychologist, and for pretty much my whole career, I've worked with children with autism and other disabilities and their families to try and help them have the best life they can have.
Yeah.
And that's not easy for kids with autism or their families because they have to try and fit a square peg in a round hole. But it's also the same, a lot of the same kind of processes that parents of typically developing kids go through, because not many kids are round, fitting into round holes.
Yeah.
So so much of what I have learned professionally, I apply to my own. In fact, everything I have learned professionally, I think is applicable to my own children.
Yeah.
And it's always there in the forefront of my mind. I do not always do it, but it has really guided my parenting.
Yeah. Because you're human.
Yeah. So that's my kind of specialty, I suppose, is disability. And yeah, I love it.
Okay. Awesome. So today we're going to be talking more from where you come from as a mother of four.
Yeah. So this is definitely not professional advice. So if anyone does have any concerns that they really think that they need to act on, then they should go talk to their GP and take it from there and get their own professional advice through that avenue.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get stuck into it.
Okay.
I think to kick off the conversation, I want to go back to the beginning because you just kind of did this eye roll thing when you said doing my best. So tell me, what does doing your best mean?
I just don't. There's two phrases in life that I really don't, for me, they don't sing to me at all. The first one is everything happens for a reason.
Oh, fuck, I hate that. Like, I hate it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think that shit just happens.
Yeah.
I also don't like give it your best or just do your best.
Yeah.
Like, just do your best, because just is a minimalist term. Like, it minimizes something. But then do your best means set a really high standard and meet that standard. So how can you just be perfect?
Yeah. Just do it when you wake up in the morning.
And if someone says just do your best, I think, fuck, like, that's setting that's putting a lot of pressure on me, because if I was doing my best, I would be going to bed early, getting up early, doing yoga, eating really well, always using a calm voice, drinking lots of water, never drinking alcohol, never taking drugs, being kind all the time, and I'd just be like, that would be doing my best. And I could do that, but I don't want to live like that all the time. I want to be a bit more flexible. So I don't like doing your best. I'd rather that the kind of catchphrase be, just do what works for you.
Yes.
Do what works.
Yeah.
And what does work for me is to aim to do, like, that list that I just rattled off then, not even as much as I can, as much as I aim to do as much as I want to. But sometimes I think, no, I actually want to shout right now. It's just what I want to do.
I don't want to suppress my self-expression.
And I do want to get drunk, and I do want to be a bit of a bitch, and I don't want to exercise, and I want to stay up late, and that's what I will do for a set amount of time. And then, hopefully in the foreseeable future, I kind of get back to the good stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what works for me.
Yeah. And so when you're making decisions like that, like to actually just let yourself do what you want to do and not being your best self all the time, like we feel this stupid pressure, I strongly feel that that's kind of when mum guilt comes into it.
Yeah.
When we make ourselves wrong and we're like, I feel guilty because I should be doing this. So how do you give yourself permission to, like, essentially be a human being? Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but as mums, we seem to think we're martyrs all the fucking time. So can you tell me
Yeah.
from your 4 times doing this?
Okay. Now, I don't know if this is a bit of an annoying answer, but I do not suffer from mum guilt at all.
Yeah, good.
I never have, and it's not because I don't think I should. It's I've always been really good at being selfish, and I've always been really good at doing my own thing. So I've always prioritised what I want before anybody else, including my children.
Yeah.
And I don't do that at the expense of their well-being.
No, of course not.
But I meet my needs first.
Yeah.
So if I let them watch a bit too much screen time because I'm having a shitty day, I might feel guilty for a bit because I think, oh God, screen time, it's not good for them. But I know in that moment that if I don't let them do that, I'm not going to be being a good mum. I'm going to be yelling at them. I'm going to be saying things that are going to make their self-esteem go down, their self-love go down. They're going to be wondering what they did wrong such that mum is speaking this way because they'll make it that they did something wrong.
Yeah.
So that is more damaging than them watching that extra screen time that day.
Yes.
So, I don't really get mum guilt a lot, but most people do.
Yeah.
So my recommendation for the people that get mum guilt is, I mean, look, if you're ignoring your kids kind of all the time, obviously, you know, you should feel guilty about that. You should do something differently. But if it's just that every now and then you're like, you know what, I'm just going to meet my needs first and not theirs, and you get the guilt around that, just say to yourself, I have got to meet my needs first in order to be a good mum.
Yeah.
So if you still want to make it about your kids, then know that you've got to meet your needs first, and even if that means indulge in your food, Netflix, wine, whatever, for a specified period of time, whether it's one evening or a day or whatever, I need to do that in order to give me what I need. And even if that is just, I just need to almost forget that I'm a mum and just be really selfish and just indulge in the world of Netflix for one night when I know I should be like reading a school newsletter or looking up Jimbaroo or whatever it is.
Meal prepping or cleaning. Yeah.
You know that urge to just do what you would have done, say, pre-kids is so strong, and you know that if you do it, you'll be like, oh gosh, this feels good.
Yeah.
My God, you should do it above anything else. And that will top up your kind of self-love tank, because we've all got our tanks. We've got our love tank for our kids and a love tank for ourselves and our love tank for, I don't know, birds or trees or whatever. So your self-love tank needs topping up. And if you don't top it up, you cannot be a good mum. And I just top up my love tank, just forgetting the kids. I just do it for my individuality.
Yes.
So, and the byproduct of that is I'll be a good mum. So do it for yourself for the sake of yourself. Yeah. Full stop.
Yeah.
And it will make you a better mum.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Plus,
it's changing your
plus.
mindset. Yeah. So I don't know if that helps.
No, it does. And like what I really liked is at the beginning when you were talking about it and you said, you know, like if I do this, the downside is they get more than the recommended screen time, but on the plus, I'm going to come out, or like, you know, it's going to affect their self-love and how I'm talking to them. It's going to affect their self-worth. But then on the plus side, like if I go and take that time, which means they're watching a bit too much TV, ultimately it's not going to really affect them long term. But you talking to them that way would. So even if you just need to weigh it up, you're like, what? You know.
Absolutely. And you know what, if you want to put a really like good mum spin on it, and this will be something I talk about later. So say you're feeling really, frustrated one day, and a day when you might normally kind of go out in the backyard and play with your kids, but you're like, fuck it, I just want to go and scroll through Facebook and they can watch TV because I'm feeling really frustrated. I'd sit down with your kid, even if they're, you know, Havana's age, and I'd just say, I'm feeling really frustrated today and I need to spend some time by myself. So you get to watch some TV, yay for you, and I'm going to go and have some time alone because I need that for myself. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So what you're modelling to them is you're talking about your feelings.
Yeah.
You're making it okay that you're frustrated and you're feeling like this negative emotion, because it's totally okay to feel that, and everyone feels that every day, and it's totally okay. And you're modelling problem solving and what you're going to do about it that's actually really socially acceptable. Called, I'm going to take myself away because that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
And the bonus is you get to watch TV. Now, they're not going to argue with you and go, no, mummy, don't make me watch TV. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
But you do that regularly and they're going to develop a really good muscle they're just going to develop a really good tolerance for negative emotions.
Yeah.
So when they're frustrated, they're not going to wig out and act like a little moron. They're just going to go, oh, mum, I'm really frustrated, so I'm just going to take myself to my room. I need some me time. Don't talk to me. You go watch TV, mum. How cool would that be?
That is so cool, and I'm laughing so much because that's exactly what I do with Havana. Like,
Awesome.
I just tell her because, like, for me, when I say, like, you just watch TV, you get to do this, she gets, like, I want you to come watch TV with me. So it's, do you know what I mean? It's not as easy as that for me because she wants that. It's something that we do together when we do it. Yeah. So I just say, like, I'm really frustrated and I'm really sorry, but I feel like I'm going to explode. So I'm going to go and I'm going to be, and I just need you not to talk to me, and I just need some space. And but she's actually really fine when I explain it. Yeah. I think it's really important just to set kids up anyway, isn't it? Yeah. Set them up with what's happening and what's going to happen next, so they know what to expect.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I love that. That made me feel so much better.
Yeah, good job. If we are a jigsaw puzzle and, you know, there's like boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, sex life, health, education, spirituality, parenthood, individuality. So parenthood is a piece of that puzzle. And yes, it's a massive, like for me, it's a massive piece of that puzzle. Not just because I've got 4 kids, but because I freaking love being a parent. Like, I absolutely love it. If I couldn't have had kids, I would have needed like massive amounts of psychotherapy. Like it was good So for me, parenthood it's a huge chunk, like it's a big piece of that puzzle, but it's not the whole puzzle. And I think so many people forget that parenthood in mum life, it's just a piece of that puzzle. Another very big piece of that puzzle is ourselves, like who we were growing up and who we were as a teenager, you know, that person that was trying to find their identity, you know, my surfer chick, my grunge chick, my this and my that, like that person inside, which we all still remember, that person who looked for who they are in the world, and you know, when they travelled or when they had different life experiences, like that same person, and it has been that same person in that undercurrent through all of that, and that is still there now. It's just buried deeper because mum is this shiny new label which kind of has pushed that down. And I just would love for more mums to think more about themselves and what they want, not to be a better mum, but just what they want. Yeah. Like, what do you want for yourself, and what do you want more of or less of, or what person do you want to be? And
motherhood could really, like, I found, like, mine's still buried right down there. I have a really hard time distinguishing between the two. And I think it has to do because I'm a single mum too. It's like I'm on mum game 24/7. It very rarely you know, subsides.
You're not allowed to check out.
But what I've been thinking a lot about lately is how motherhood can actually enhance that person instead of having to suppress it. Like, so for me, it's like, what can I do that I, as Amy Triscari, the individual, likes doing, but I can do it with her. So it doesn't have to be this completely separate person. So it might be like keeping her up late and going down the beach and watching the sunset, or, you know, getting her on my skateboard with me. So I feel like I'm still getting to do something I like, and I'm, you know, I'm not doing it alone, but it doesn't matter. Because
and you're not doing it to be a better mum, you're doing it to be a better Amy Triscari. And she's just coming along for the ride. I know. Me too. And it was something that it took me so long to be able to see how I could make it fit. And I think as she's gotten older,
it's something that I could easily,
Yeah.
it's a lot more easier.
Yeah.
Looking back, I could have done it from when she was younger, but I just couldn't see it then.
It's harder when they're younger, and then they can't jump on a skateboard quite so easily.
But I might have tied dirt, like, you know, strapped her to me, but it was just such a, like, I don't know, and that Amy's dead, and, you know. But yeah, no, I do. I really like that, and I do think it's really important. So then either way, like whether you're a single mom or you're married or whatever your circumstances are, you can find a way to be that person. Just might make you have someone along for the ride. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, while we're talking about that, I want to talk to you about like how we react, like how pre-baby us would react to high stress situations compared to how we react now because of the kind of mum we want to be and the kind of example we want to set. Like, I tend to completely fly off the handle, and I like overtalk, and I just like I spit out hate. Like, it's not something I ever want to speak to my kid like that, or I don't want her to develop those qualities really. So when you're under situations of like stress like that, how do you kind of suppress everything that you not are, but like how you'd normally react to suitably react to a toddler?
Right, so what you're saying is that how you would have reacted before Havana was born was that really explosive, verbose way of being. And so when you get put into a stressful situation, like her really pushing your buttons.
Yeah, with no sleep, and I'm starving, and I really need to pee, or you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just all compounds.
Yeah, and so your sort of default mode, which, you know, for a lot of people is to let it out and to sort of behave in a way that we don't actually want our kids to see. So how can we kind of calm that a bit? Like, or how can I find a different way to react in that split second? I mean, you don't want to set too unfair an expectation on yourself to just have this new way of responding that is just going to feel completely unnatural to you. And this, you know, I reckon every human being in the world, whether you're a parent or not, would want to respond less moronically in that kind of situation. So it's like the tiny little bit of, I think Maggie Dent calls it a pregnant pause. Even if it's like I am so angry right now. So if you taking that pause means that the next thing that comes out of your mouth will not be as charged. Yeah. Because when we breathe, we physically relax. Like, yeah, like you can't breathe and be angry at the same time. So if we actually just breathed and didn't respond, we would eventually, our anger would go. But of course, we want to respond. We've got a human being in front of us. So even if we take one breath, it will come down a notch. Wow. And also in that time as well, it gives you that split second to go and stop it. Yeah. Because in that split, like if I could act how I wanted to act when I'm angry with no consequences whatsoever, I would just punch whoever's in front of me. Like whether it was my child, I'd just punch them. And that's the fight or flight reflex. It's kill off the enemy. Yeah. If we were in caveman days, we would spear the Siberian tiger that was threatening us. And that's what anger is. It's a threat to our existence.
I would just spit words at them and hope they'd leave.
Yeah. So just to take that breath and just start to go, because in that moment, you won't even consciously be thinking it, but it will just give you that tiny second to respond slightly differently.
I like that.
Yeah. And you're allowed to still be angry. You're allowed to still explode. But saying, rather than going, oh, God's sake, Havana, I told you, you can just go, oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated. Okay, what do I need to do? And you could just talk to yourself out loud. She will get the message loud and clear. Yeah. I'm so frustrated. I want to be a good mum right now. This is so hard. I asked you 5 times. Okay, I just need to breathe. I'm going to breathe, and you might still be seething. So talk to yourself instead of talking to her.
Yeah, I like that.
And the kids just like, it's almost like this stage show that they're like, oh my gosh, but they see this amazing coping strategy called talking it out, breathing, keeping your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
So many kids will go, oh, and they'll go to hit out because they can't cope with their emotions.
Yes.
Most adults can't cope with their emotions.
I know,
expect
right?
children to.
I know. Sometimes when I hear myself telling her or talking her through it, and I say don't do that, I'm like,
No.
I would fucking do that.
Absolutely.
Like, why am I putting you up here and you're learning all this for the first time?
Yeah. So I can just take that breath and then still be angry, but just do your monologue and talk it out loud. And even if you're like, Havana, I'm not angry with you. I'm angry with the situation. And oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, Amy, breathe. And you can even be quite dramatic about it, but gosh, it will make you feel good because with every breath you are rushing oxygen to your brain, which is going to make your brain work better.
Yes.
And because breathing is the absolute most effective way of managing anger and stress and anxiety and depression.
Makes so much sense now why everyone's like, just breathe and count the three.
Yeah,
I thought it was all this wishy-washy hoo-hoo. Yeah.
No, do angry breathing. Oh, the dragon! Oh, blow the fire out. Whatever you need to do to not take it out on her. Because if you take it out on her, then you've got to repair it. You'll get mum guilt, all that kind of crap. She'll then learn that when you're angry, you take it out on people. She'll get no sense of responsibility.
Yeah.
So, do your monologue and, I don't know, give it a go. Have some fun with it. Be that angry dragon.
Yeah.
That is really good at keeping its hands to itself, but it's so angry it's going to blow out fire and, I don't know.
But I feel like that would almost make you laugh anyway if you go straight to that. So you just diffuse the situation quite quickly anyway.
Yeah.
While we're on that, so being human, when I do explode, what do I do then? Because currently what I'll do with Havana is I will sit her down and I'll be like, look, I'm really sorry. Mummy flew off the handle. Yeah. I should not have spoken to you like that. Yeah. I bet it didn't make you feel very nice. Yeah. It didn't make Mummy feel very nice. Yeah. And then I'll just kind of apologise and just let her know, make a promise that, I'm gonna breathe next time, or
it's careful what you promise though, because you might not breathe next
time.
I know.
And
then she'll think, oh, mum promises stuff she doesn't do.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to use the word promise in our house because I think that your word is enough. Yeah. Because what's the difference between your word and a promise and pinky promise and all that kind of crap. So I just say to her, I'm just going to really take on practicing not yelling. I am going to keep making mistakes, but I'm going to try and make less of them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So just keep it real for yourself.
Yeah. And
which will also make give herself permission for making mistakes when she's older. And we're breeding this generation of perfectionists, and they need to know it's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah. And so apologising's fine.
I'm not massive on, the sorry and everything. Yeah, it's kind of a social nicety, so you can say it. But I'd focus more on what the impact that you think it had on you. And not to dwell on it, short and snappy. The impact which you did it perfectly. That was textbook perfect repair in terms of circle of security attachment, which is an amazing parenting model. I recommend that people read up on circle of security, and everything about parenting just fits beautifully into that. About emotional intelligence and all that kind of thing. And what you just did was you repaired the relationship between you and Havana that got broken in that explosion, and just modeled taking responsibility and all of that. And you said, the impact didn't feel very nice for me. I bet it didn't feel very nice for you. So that's you trying to get into her world and get the impact it had on her. Saying I'm sorry. I don't know, if someone says sorry to me, I'm like, yeah, but what can I count on you for? What are you gonna take on trying to practice doing differently next time? Yeah. So just say that I'm gonna really try and practice staying calm. Yeah. And I will make mistakes, but I'm going to try and make less of them. Yeah. And then just move on and just change the subject and just start playing. Yeah. Just do something different.
That's generally what we do. We go to the ball or we go do something together.
Yeah, that's perfect. And I think a lot of parents don't know that it's okay to do that. It's beautiful. so great.
Yes.
How did you learn to do that?
Well, that's what I learned a lot through. I just basically used everything that I learned through doing Landmark and various social, what do you call them? Like self-development. Any kind of self-development work. It's always about being responsible. And I guess like with Havana, I didn't really know how to parent. I just treat her like, I mean, obviously I tell her what to do a bit more than I don't know, I'm pretty bossy at work too. But I just I just wanted to treat her like she is my equal. I know she's a kid and I know that sounds funny, but to me, like, we're partners. Like, we're a team. Yeah. Because it's just her and I all the time. Yeah. So, like, that's our saying. I'm like, we're such a good team. Yeah. But she says it too when she's done something like, let's say that I do get angry. Yeah. And I don't completely explode and blah, 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 blah. She'll come up to me to clean it up with me and she's like, Mum, are we still a good team? I'm like, of course we are.
That's so awesome.
I know.
That's so awesome.
I know.
Like, if I can just say one thing that I think that majority of people make the mistake with, myself included, is we need to lower our expectations of what our kids are capable of handling emotionally. Yeah. I think that we underestimate what they can physically do and we overestimate what they can emotionally do. So I reckon anything kind of physically, if you've got time up your sleeve, whatever you do for your child, they're not going to learn to do for themselves. So, giving them the opportunity to kind of physically do stuff, but that takes time and patience and it's not all that important. But don't overestimate what they can handle emotionally because a lot of adults can't handle their emotions. So we expect our kids to listen and share and take turns and not yell and follow our instructions and do all this stuff. And we know they can physically follow our instruction because they've done it before. But in that moment, they might have had a plan to go and finish colouring in their picture or to use the pink a little bit on top of the green, or they might have had a plan to jump up and down and then run to that wall and then come back and finish. Like, they might have had this idea in their mind, and so when we ask them an instruction and then they do it, we say, you're not listening. Well, no, they just didn't do it, and there's something that they needed in that moment, which they're not going to turn around and go, hang on, I just need to jump up and down and do that. So there'll be something going on for them that will have them have not followed your instruction. And I think we just need to imagine what it's like being in their world. Like right now, these guys are doing so well. And that's why I said, let's go out there and play with them for just a couple of minutes. And when they're losing their shit and whinging or being angry or tantruming or whatever, it's just because they can't handle their emotions. So expecting them to kind of snap out of it and not act like that, it's just, of course we don't like it doesn't work for us, but it is completely unrealistic. Yeah. And we can talk way more about all that kind of stuff.
I know, because that's a whole different... Let's do that the next segment. I can talk for days about that, because that's definitely something, everything you said was that's exactly what I do. I'm like, you're not listening, but it's because I get triggered. Of course. My thing is not being listened to. Yeah. People ignoring me. Yeah. So if I feel like that and I'm reacting to my 2-year-old like I would an adult who's not listening to me.
And in that situation before, when you said you're not listening, you saying something in that moment was perfect. But the thing is, she was listening and she was hearing. She just chose not to do it. So you could go, Havana, you didn't do as I asked.
Right.
She was listening.
Yeah, she was, because she gets this defiant look on her face, and what? What are you going to do about it?
Can do as I ask, so come on, let's get out there and do what I ask. So,
you know what she does though? It's really funny. It's funny. That she takes my mentality of act first, apologize later to the next level, which I never thought that I taught her, but obviously I have. Yeah. So she'll do something like that, right? She just did, and she'll look at me with her but I didn't do it kind of thing. Yeah. And then in about 10 minutes, she'll come back and be like, Mum, I'm really sorry. And I'm like, what are you sorry for? Because I've forgotten about it, right? Yeah. And she'll be like, I'm really sorry because I didn't listen. I didn't do what you asked. Yeah. And she'll tell me what the task was. She's like, I didn't do it. Yeah. And I'm sorry. And it's just it just cracks me up
that is
so
hilarious.
much. I know. But I'm like, part of me's like, oh, is that a skill I should be teaching her? And the other part's just so fucking proud
Yes.
that she's like picked
We
this
can go,
up.
Havana, what difference does it make that you're sorry?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to do?
Oh,
about
actually, you
that?
know what? I've been
Like,
saying that lately. Like,
Yeah.
like, just don't apologise.
Yeah.
Just don't do it or do it. Just own your choice.
Yeah.
Like, either way.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's already done.
Yeah, and you know what? She's actually not sorry. Because if
No,
she was sorry,
she's
she would
not.
know. So that's why I'm sorry. I'm like, when people go, you need to apologise. It's like, nah, just say what you're going to do differently next time.
Yeah, okay, I like that. I'm totally doing that.
Yeah.
No more sorry. Or I'm going to actively try not to say sorry.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It just rolls off the tongue sometimes.
It does.